So today's plan is to tackle most of the rest of the quarter panel for design work, which is going to be taking this wireframe we have now, making it solid, and then putting clay over it and working out all the different profiles and details that we want. And then build off that for the rear end and then match the front end. Pretty much, right?
Yep, add contour to what we have and help visualize the entire car.
Another day, we're gonna keep on rolling on the project. This thing's gonna be wide. So what I'm doing here is I'm making a base then for the clay to go on top, just like down below. I found that cardboard seems to work pretty well. It has a little bit of give to it, but not enough to be an issue once the first layer of hot clay solidifies. So I'm just making maybe kind of like a disco ball. Let's see if I can burn myself this time. Again. Problem is with the crock pot is that the edges and the bottom are hot, so the center takes a long time to bake through. Much like a casserole, I guess. So I'm gonna use a profile gauge here, and there's a radius right here, this peak, and on the other side in the clay it's sharp right now. I wanna have this slope roughly throughout the whole thing to keep it like 928-esque. So let's see if we can do it. This kind of gave, this preserved that right there, so I need this area basically. I think I'm gonna make a tool with that and then scrape it across. I think I'm gonna try using a filler spreader because it's a little softer and I can kind of tweak it either which way. My concern is we have a plane here, a plane here, and a plane kind of thing going on. And I want to kind of try to scallop that adds a little bit of depth right here, just kind of break it up. I could go either which way. It's one of the things that's like, I'm going to try it, see what it looks like. It won't take long to do, so.
Yeah, I think it's worth exploring, like you said. I'm a little worried that it's going to be a bump in the middle of that surface, but definitely worth exploring, and I see what you're saying.
Trust the process, Tony.
Yeah, sometimes the process is put it on, take it off, but yes.
So I think that is our quarter panel for now.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's our quarter panel for now. Yep.
So if you're new here and you don't know what we do exactly, it's just a clay form to show our design, and then what we'll be doing is taking templates from this, and we have a couple different processes that we're potentially doing with that, and then redoing this in steel. This is not going to be a mold for the final product, so it's
not going to be a clay car.
No, it's not an Adobe car.
Fiberglass.
The Adobe car.
Right, the Adobe. Hey, it's Adobe.
Mm-hmm. Look, I told you that. I was gonna get Tony to say that at one point during this video.
Hey, we're Adobe.
But I really like the direction, and again, it's just to rough it in so we can get our transitions figured out and whatnot, so it's not a lot of work later down the road when we make it in metal and go, crap, I should have shrunk that a lot more.
Yeah. Move to the front fender and get this side kind of.
Yeah. I am excited to start the next fender. Let's do it.
The shape that's already there. Just take the same, idea that they had going and just bring it out.
Yeah.
Cover this tire instead of
agree.
the old one.
And the biggest challenge then is going from here to here, because we're not going to widen the bumper, we're going to have a different plane. So, like we were just talking about, I think that we should mimic this in the metalwork, but exaggerate it more and have that take up the flare here. So this
tie all the way into this.
So this can stay.
Yep.
We got comments asking about if we're doing steel or aluminum work. Well, we're doing both, because the doors, fenders, and hood are aluminum on this car, and then the back end steel, and then the bumpers are that like urethane stuff they used in the 70s. So.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing all of it, and so these fenders will be made out of aluminum, and the quarter panels will be made out of steel. Basically, it's gonna match the appropriate parent metal. So.
Yep.
That's a fun thing, and if you don't know how to check that, a magnet will tell you. Steel is ferrous, aluminum is not.
Yep. Every time. Let's keep that line.
Yeah, there's
that reflection.
like a reverse curve here to it. It is a reverse curve.
Yeah, yep.
So I wasn't thinking and going through the motions of a normal wireframe. I forgot this is aluminum, but yet somehow I got this steel rod to stick to it, which, I mean, I can pull it off obviously, but that is hilarious. More big news for this video. We just received our ARC droid in the mail from Andrew, so thank you, Andrew, This is a CNC plasma that is made for a small scale. So you don't need your like a giant 4 foot by 4 foot table to cut. Now the cutting area is much smaller than 4 foot by 4 foot, but for an application like this, it's perfect. You can cut brackets, whatever. And the best part about it is it has this stylus attachment, so you can clip it on the front here, and you can just trace whatever it is you made out of cardboard. It'll convert that to G-code and save it, and then it'll cut it for you afterwards. So that's the best part about it, because if you're like me and you have some CAD knowledge, but you don't want to spend a lot of time with that, this right here is your ticket. So we'll be using this in the channel in the near future as I learn how to use it and also integrate it into our workflow. I'm really excited. And also, we're probably going to build a table for it because you can mount it wherever, as long as you have an air gap below, you can cut. But I would like to have a permanent mounting point for it, so we're also going to do that as well. But yeah, I'm stoked. Let's get back to the clay. One of the things I've gotten in the comments lately over on TikTok and Instagram as well is questions about the clay in general. I mentioned before that this is an automotive clay and it's meant for prototyping or making design work or whatever. Now, we are using a crock pot, which many of you have pointed out, which isn't the exact correct way to use it. In fact, technically we're overheating it, which is why it's turning into like a soup.
We don't have temperature settings, and when you have a lot of clay, the part in the middle is hard and then stuff on the outside is soup.
Yeah, literally soup. It's scalding soup. But
so we try and mix it together and get it.
It gets like lumpy.
Yeah.
It's like
mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, it's like mashed potatoes, but that aren't fully blended.
Right. Yeah.
Blended, mixed, blended,
that's
whatever.
it. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, the correct way, what you're supposed to be doing is like a lab oven or whatever that is a constant like 105 degrees or whatever it's supposed to be for this specific clay. We don't have that right now. But it doesn't mean we can't do it. So if you're wondering if this is the correct way to do it, it's a way that works. There's 80 different ways to skin this cat, and this is the way that we're doing the best of what we have. We have Tony's little S shape through here.
Yes.
Now I still need to build this out a little bit more. The front there, that is not what it's going to be. I just made a base that we can build off of. It'll be a little more reminiscent of the quarter panel to kind of tie it all together. Maybe not. You'll see in the next video. And back through here, we still need to make all this yet.
Yeah, then once that's made, we got to tie into the rest of the rocker. So again, all one homogeneous design.
I like that.
Thank you.
And then you're probably wondering what's next. We're gonna do the entire half of the car in clay. That also includes the bumpers and the spoiler we're gonna make, and maybe some other details as well that we determine along the way. And that's gonna help us finalize our overall cohesive design on half of the car. And then we'll be going from there to make templates and bucks. And so if you're not familiar with what a wooden buck is, you know, like those like Tyrannosaurus Rex like style wooden puzzles you put together. It's kind of like that, but it's to retain the profile of the entire panel. So it's like wooden slats you put together and you can use it as a guide, or even some of them have hammer forms built into it you can hammer against to get your shapes. We're going to be 3D scanning this and turning these into bucks for the main panels, and then cutting them out with our Goliath CNC that Springa has so graciously lended us, and we are excited to be using that on this project because I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and it's finally time. Soon we're going to be cutting these panels. And then we'll be going after that to actually hand forming the steel and aluminum with the tooling in the shop that you've seen in other videos. So that is our workflow up through the metal, and then, you know, I'm sure I'll touch on this again very soon.
And make sure you like, subscribe, comment, buy your dream Porsche, bring it in, we modify it for you. You're the next video.
Yeah! He nailed it this time.